You guys, we're back. I'm stoked. But today I'm going to talk about the TRX, what makes it special about the TRX. I'm stoked to have this thing. It's super rare from what I understand, especially in hydro blue. You can't find them anywhere.
Is that a TRX? Check it out, buddy. Blue and blue. We're homies. I see so many of these on the road. This thing rips.
You guys, what's up? My name is AJ, photo runner, as you know because you're here on the channel, but we are here with these two freaking badass trucks and we're gonna talk about them, we're gonna play with them. But first, I wanna introduce you to a good friend of mine, Mr. Jeff.
Hey, what's up? My name is Jeff. I am an automotive journalist. I have a channel on YouTube called Hooniverse. I make videos for Auto Trader and I have a show on Motor Trend, and maybe I know some of the technical things, maybe.
Motor Trend?
Yeah, I have a show on Motor Trend.
Damn, dude, we're here with a celebrity. Holy shit, really?
Nah, you have way more Instagram followers than I do.
Whatever. Either way, dude, we are here. They're both hydro blue.
That's crazy. That's crazy. I
Why?
pulled up, I made a joke that like, I see tons of them. These are the only two I've seen, and the fact that they're both blue is hilarious. The one on the right, my press truck that I'm borrowing for the week has Michigan plates because it's not mine.
Yeah.
That one's yours, which makes it incrementally cooler, so, you know.
It is definitely a cool truck. But
Yes.
you know what, dude? I think instead of standing in front of the trucks, which should we go?
We should drive them up a giant hill.
Beat the hell. Yeah,
Yeah,
sure.
that
I'm
works
down
for me.
that.
Yeah,
All
let's
right,
do
let's
it.
get away from these flies, you guys. Keep rolling. Let's roll. We are in the truck now, trying to keep the camera super steady as possible. Jeff is driving behind the wheel, which is awesome because we're stoked to have him here and get his impressions on the truck, or just, you know, overall, just like take on it, because I've had it for about 3 weeks. I love the truck. I could talk about it all day, but being that Jeff does what he does, you know, it's nice to have him in here and get his impression on it.
Yeah. So when I get a vehicle to test, I usually get it for about a week. This one was dropped off to my house on Monday. It'll go back next Monday. So the day of the shooting is Thursday. So I've only had it a few days. And I mean, it's bananas. There's some vehicles, I'm gonna try not to hit this bump too hard.
Oh, yeah.
There's some vehicles where it takes you the full week and you might not even get the full idea of the vehicle. The first time you hop in this and press the start button, you know right away you're dealing with something that is absolutely insane. This is the craziest production truck ever made. And I gotta make way
and also
for it.
it's very wide, and there's a car on this single track and we have to go around.
Nothing competes with this. The closest truck to compare it to is the Raptor, but this has taken the Raptor and kind of taken a glove and slapped it in the face, because the Raptor is 450 horsepower, which is awesome. This has 252 more horsepower. That's so crazy. Granted, it weighs almost 900 pounds more, which is also crazy, but this thing is faster to 60. This thing is...
What is a 0 to 60 on this truck?
So,
supposed to be.
Ram quotes 4.5. Motor Trend got it down to 4. Car and Driver says 3.7.
Dude,
all of that is bonkers, but everybody's testing method is kind of different. So even if it's 4 flat, which is what I would call it,
Bump.
absolutely bananas. That's
Yeah.
as fast as the new Supra.
One thing that I think on this truck that kind of I didn't realize, and this is a really big bump, so hang on. I want to make this as steady as, but that did not work. Okay, we made it to the top, or the midpoint, or you know
Halfway.
this trail. Sure, it's
Halfway.
halfway mark, right?
The top's too far.
It's way too far, and it's just like not that much fun. But we made it. Thanks for taking me in the passenger seat. That was rad to see like what this truck can do sitting there instead of driving it. But I do want to talk to you about what makes this truck so damn special over the competition.
Sure. I mean, It's easy to talk about the engine because, you know, the closest competition is the Raptor, and this makes 252 more horsepower.
That's insane.
Which is bonkers. But then you have standard 35-inch tires. You have specially built Bilstein Blackhawk E2 suspension, adaptive dampers that are just constantly adjusting. And the name of the shocks is as cool as the name of the truck. It's actually cooler than the name of the truck because the name of the truck isn't that cool, if we're being honest here. Turks. The Turks. Like, I don't like saying T-Rex.
Right.
TRX.
I don't either. I don't, exactly. I say the same thing.
So they strengthened up the chassis. It can handle jumps at 80 miles per hour. You've got beadlock capable wheels. You've got these beefy Goodyear tires, skid plates, which we used on the way up unintentionally. Sorry, Stellantis, sorry about that. It's got a wider track. It can put the power down effortlessly, and then you have all the different driving modes.
So I know we talked about some of this stuff that you're mentioning. So like, how much wider is this truck than what's like stock Ram, like this thing? Like, what is it?
It's like, just looking at it, you're like, what the heck?
Right.
It's 8 inches wider than a stock truck, and then the track is pushed out 6 inches because they just have to clear these tires. It also has really good brakes.
Yeah.
15-inch rotors front and rear, which is
big.
nuts. So it can stop as well. It actually stops better than the Raptor. It's faster than the Raptor. The 0 to 60 times are nuts. The price is kind of nuts, but for what you get, the price isn't crazy. And I can justify that statement.
Yeah, totally.
Because nobody else can do this.
Obviously no one's doing this. Raptor is the closest thing to this truck, right? And that was like pretty much the king of what's going on in the past. But do you see like other manufacturers, or say with Ford, do you see that actually like blowing this thing out of the water anytime soon?
No. So Ford is working on a V8 Raptor, which will be sick. Like, the Raptor is still awesome.
Right.
And it's been the king for so long of the half tons. You can talk about the smaller trucks, but those don't do anything competition-wise close to these. And there are some good options down there. But in the full-size half-ton trucks, the Raptor was the king.
Yeah.
The TRX is now the king. And then when the Raptor R comes out, I wouldn't be surprised if it takes it back.
Sure. And I see that happening as well, man. I mean, like I said, I've had this thing for about 3 weeks now, and I freaking love it. The power on it, the torque, just everything that I've used it for so far. We've towed with it, we've put the moto in the back of it, and then I just use it as kind of like a daily. I've already got 2,000 miles on this thing in 3 weeks.
It's really comfortable.
So,
and compared to the other trucks, it actually has a nicer interior.
Yeah.
It has a really good ride because it's not a fixed axle in the back. It's a multi-link setup. So on road, it's a coil spring multi-link suspension. It's more comfortable on the road than the other trucks too.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they kind of just nailed it. They just had no rules. They're like, let's just make the wildest truck we can, and they did it.
The power that we have on the dirt, how controllable it actually is.
Yeah. It feels like a very luxurious, I don't want to say full trophy truck, because trophy trucks are these magical things. But the drive up here, there's a few sections where you're like, your stomach for a minute goes, oh, and then it's like,
absolutely.
It keeps going.
Yeah.
It keeps going.
Yeah,
so it's super impressive. Now, I don't want to just dump on the Raptor because I'm a big Ford fan.
Me too.
I love the Raptor, but I can't get over the fact that you come back to, oh, wow, that's neat. It has this horsepower. This has 252 more horsepower.
How many Civics left?
It was 2 Civics worth, like EX Civics, not SIs or Type Rs, but
and how much more torque? I mean, we talked about this already, but I just can't get it out of my head.
I think it's like 4 something. It's 4 something for the Raptor, so another 200 pound-feet of torque.
Right. And dude, and that's the thing. Like, kind of backstory, real quick. I was looking for a Raptor to purchase, but the way that the market is right now, it was stupid. 85,000, 75,000 for a Raptor that was either a year or 2 years old.
Yeah.
With 20 to 50,000 miles on it. I'm like, dude, that's ridiculous.
And the base price on those, like the cheapest Raptors start at 56, but you can never find them for that.
Never.
Because you want the bigger cab. You know?
And you want the cool panoramic sunroof like I got in this one. I don't know. I like the bells and whistles. I've always had.
Yeah.
So I don't know. But dude, I'm just trying to think, like, what else makes it special, man? We've talked about suspension. We've got the 35-inch tires. We've got a big badass motor.
All around, amazing machine. This is like the dying embers. I love gas, I love V8s, I love muscle cars. I also appreciate electric cars a lot.
Totally.
This is like the last roar. It's literally the dinosaurs going extinct. Right. I'll say T-Rex this time. It's the T-Rex. The meteorite is in the air, and this thing is roaring against it.
appreciate you coming out and like doing some cool stuff. Oh God,
no.
that was.
Can we do that again? Maybe
Yeah,
like
did I crack your shit?
No.
All right, man. Thanks so much. That was awesome. Really appreciate you letting us go in the truck. Like I said, I've never been in the passenger, so seeing what it can actually do is super sick. But there is one more thing I'd love to do. If you're down, would love to see, considering how well these things like handle in dirt, just like let's line up and like let's do a 0 to 60. You in the dirt, because I can't lose. You in the dirt, and then I'll be in the street.
It's fair. It's your video.
Yeah.
If it was my video, we would swap it.
Right, totally.
That sounds awesome.
Yeah.
I'm happy to fire up Ric Flair, the pickup truck.
Okay.
Woo! And let's do it again.
Let's do it, man. Awesome.
Woo!
All right, we're gonna go line up and have some fun. We'll see you over there.
Woo!
That's the end of this episode. Thank you so much for watching it. We're definitely link Jeff's, this guy right there. His information at the bottom. My name is AJ, Photo Runner, as you know, because you're here. Thank you so much. Like, subscribe, hit the button to notify that we put another video up. And that's about it.